In today's video, we're going to be learning how to cut this type of neckline in a very simple way without even pattern drafting, and this is so simple to do. So if this is what you're interested to learn how to do, please stay tuned and watch till the end of this video. Don't forget to like this video and leave your questions in the comment section, and please subscribe. Thank you. Now to do this is so simple to do. I'm going to be cutting and marking my lines like I'm marking the normal princess dart. Of course, this is still normal. So at 5 inches, this is my nipple to nipple measurement. Okay, I'll be marking 5 inches. All right, I added my sewing allowance. My nipple to nipple measurement is 4.5. I added half inch for my sewing allowance. Okay, so at this point I'll be ruling. I need to mark this line all the way up. You can even reach the upper side, but we will not be using it up until the upper side. Just stay focused, you would understand. This is not difficult. So I went ahead and marked my neckline. I'm using the neckline of 3 inches for the neck width, and I came down by 5 inches. I know what you're expecting, but stay tuned, you will get it. I came down by 5 inches. I added half inch, so I have about 5.5 for that. Okay, so I went ahead and marked my shoulder at 7.5. I marked. I'll come down by 1 inch. All right, this will be for my shoulder slant. Okay, so I went down to mark my armhole, just doing my basic body drafting. Okay, I'm doing this on my fabric, but this is very simple. Now I'm going to rule out and do this quickly. And of course, if you have watched, I've already made previous videos on how to cut a princess dart. If you've watched this video, problems, okay, so I have 1 inch on this side, and then I'll be marking 1.5 because the bust that I'm using for this measurement is for this fabric. The person is busting. All right, so at 1.5, I came out. This side that is facing the armhole, I came out by 1.5. The one that is facing the neck, I went in by 1 inch. Now look at this point. I'm coming down by half inch at this point to take my body measurement. Okay, this is one of the secrets in sewing this princess dart. I came down by half inch, and then I marked from my shoulder to my bust 10 inches, and then I marked from my shoulder to my under bust 14 inches. Okay, why I always come down by half inch is so that when I'm joining it, the princess dart cup will rest on my breast and be very comfortable. Okay, now you can see what I'm doing. I just ruled the line down. I will also use this my curved rule, or you can even actually use a free hand. Anyone that really works for you is fine. I'm just quickly going to draw this out curved, and then turn it the other way and also curve this side. If you are looking at this fabric, or if you are doing what I'm doing now, you will discover that a D, you'll be seeing like a D on this material. Now look at it, you will discover that you are seeing like a D when you look at it on this other side and on the other side. That's what your princess dart should always have. Okay, so at this point I'll get 5 inches around my armhole, and then I'll go in by 2 inches. Okay, this will help my princess dart not to jump or not to be shortened. Okay, so I divided 1.5 inches. I'll divide it between that 2 inches. Okay, it's very simple, very simple. Okay, so immediately I marked it, I will now be connecting. I have 2 different lines. I'll connect this inside one to the first line. All right, very easily, and then I'll connect that second line, okay, to the one on top. Please ensure that you form your D perfectly. Okay, now you can see that the D is now, I don't know if you can see it, but it's now there very clearly now than before. Okay, so I went ahead to put my basic body measurement. So please work with your own basic body measurement. What I have is about 10 inches for the bust, and then added my 2 inches sewing allowance. Please, now ensure that when you're taking this part, that I have 2.5 inches here, because I took 1.5 and then I took 1 here. So look at it, I have 2.5 inches to replace back. Okay, to replace back on this side of my measurement. So please, whenever you are marking yours, ensure that you add how much that, because if you're not so much of a busty person, you can just use half inch for the one facing the neck side, and then use 1 inch, or you can actually vary. All right, so just ensure that you put back whatever that measurement that you take out. So I'm just quickly cutting this out so that we can quickly get to the business of the day. Now, while I'm at this, if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please kindly go and subscribe, and kindly give me a thumbs up so that YouTube can recommend these videos to other people, and other people can also see this video. Thank you. Now you can see that this is just the normal basic princess dart. Okay, now before I go into the main business of today, I'll quickly mark the back area. I'm just going with the basic body pattern for the back. Okay, I'm just working with I just brought out my zip allowance. Then after that, I will go in for my neck width of 3 inches, maintaining the same neck width as I did for the front. And then at the neck depth, I varied. I used 2 inches, 2.5, whatever you want. If you don't want to have a curved neck, you can have actually a V. You can have a block neck at the back, whatever you want. So I came down. Of course, I still maintain my same body measurement for the back as well, 8 inches. And then I also went ahead to put in my body measurement. Now at this point, all I have to do is not add so much allowance, because I am not putting that same, I'm just using a normal dart. All right, normal half-inch dart for this body for this back side of this dress. And this is very simple. You can see that this back is actually very straightforward. Even the front is straightforward. All you have to do is just to get accustomed to it. All right, so of course I notched my dart, and then I also want to cut the length, of course the length of this dress for this top side as well. Okay, so I'm cutting up my zipper area, and then I went ahead to cut out the neck, and this back side is ready. Of course, I notched the zipper side as well, so when I'm ready I will know where to start from. Now to this front side. Okay, this is where the work starts from. Now a lot of styles vary, depends on what you want. If you want it to reach down, you can actually do it. Me, with a free hand, I just connected from down my neck area, I went down. On a second thought, I said let me just go deeper. So it depends on what you want. At the end of the day, if you don't something is going to be covering it up. All right, so it depends on what you want. Actually, for me, of course, that I covered it up with a lace, and I still lined the lace so it was not transparent. All right, so I'll cut this out now. You can see how simple it is to actually create this plunging V-neck in front of my princess dart, and it's very, very simple. So after cutting this out quickly, I will place this on my lace and cut out this same piece. Now I'll cut it out, all right, so that I will replace it. And this is simple. Let me just tell you the very simple techniques I use. I fold my lace. Okay, I fold my lace and then place my fabric on top of it, all right, and cut it out. But it's not like I'll have to fold this lace into two. I'm just trying to show you that this lace will cover this front area, and this is very simple. You can actually see that this is very simple to achieve. All right, let's get into the business. I've folded my lace now into two, and then I placed my fabric rightly and I will cut it. You can see this in a slanted way. I didn't place it straight, I placed it in a slanted way. Okay, just like that piece that I cut out, and then I cut it out. Now this small piece that I just cut out is what I'm going to be using for this dress. Okay, I'm going to quickly attach it. Then before I line it, I will stitch it up this way. Okay, just like this, so it will look this way. So I quickly lined my lace. All right, it depends on, you can actually use a mirror face, a doll face. You can actually use lining as well to line it if you don't have all those things. Whatever works for you. So I just placed it rightly, then I bent it over and pinned it rightly. Okay, it's very simple. All you have to do is just to place it right and pin it. Okay, and then I also pinned the other side, and once I'm done pinning, I'll quickly sew on it. Of course, you can already see how it looks. So I'll go ahead and adjust my neck area. Okay, I'll cut it out. I already extended it and came down a bit to meet the same 5.5 inches that I formerly left. Okay, you can see that your neck is still, secured, but the neck area of this dress is still secured. So of course, I padded my princess dart and I went ahead to stitch it up. And this is very simple. That is practically all for this video. I went ahead to join the back. Okay, you can see my princess dart, it's already formed and everything is just glittering. Okay, yeah, and it's very simple. And what I used to pad my princess dart is actually an cloth gum actually. So this is all that I did, and of course I still lined it normally after the lining the lace side, and then I quickly joined the back and the front before joining the lower part of this dress, and that was all I did. So thank you for watching this video. Stay tuned for more.